Hello.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
If you're still with us, Jesus Christ. Fair play. So, last time, we were very serious.
They all know this.
Yeah.
They've all watched.
I know, they've all watched it, but we were very serious last time. We were like, let's talk about 11s, combined 11s. This time we're being just as serious, and there are no jokes. We are doing a 5v5 Royal Rumble Premier League current players scrap.
To the death.
To the death.
Obviously.
If Max has got 5 players, I've got 5 players. We've both got a coach as well. If we put them in a Royal Rumble ring, which team is coming out alive? Now, we don't know each other's teams, so there could be crossover.
There could be crossover.
There could be. Someone could scrap themselves. This is a deadly serious episode, by the way. I hope no one's disappointed. But yeah, whose team wins in a fight?
Yeah, absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah.
It's going to be an interesting one. A
Yep.
lot of tactical breakdowns, I'm sure.
Yep, of course. And it will be completely based off serious stats. I know Max has a stat sheet.
Yep, yep.
And he's going to whip out a load of stats that may or may not be real.
They're all real.
They're all real.
They're all real. I know ball.
We know ball. We've actually seen these guys scrap before, so we know who's going to win. Max, do you want to read out your first person?
Yeah, sure. Sorry, let me just...
Is that how we do? We want to do a person for person, then we'll discuss?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll go person for person. If someone says someone that...
I think we say our person.
If there's any crossover, then you'll...
We'll go, oh yeah, me
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
we'll change our order. So firstly, I've gone with Matt Sells, Nottingham Forest goalkeeper.
Fair enough.
Big bloke.
Very big bloke. Yeah.
Most punches thrown in the Premier League this season.
Seems about right, yeah, to be fair.
Got the number here. 24.
Yeah, to be fair, that's a fair number of punches added to your team. I haven't got any goalkeepers.
Well, that was a bit silly,
Did-
wasn't
I
it?
didn't
You didn't
think
go
about-
for the biggest
yeah.
people, use their hands.
Yeah, I didn't think about people who are good with their hands. Well, this is a Royal Rumble to the death, so there are some good kickers in here.
Okay.
My first one is Casemiro. Now,
Okay.
this might seem a bit weird, considering he's a bit washed and probably a bit weak. My head is harkening back to when he
throttled a man.
Throttled Will Hughes.
Harry, I'll give you a spoiler. Casemiro is second on my
your
list.
Is it because of when he throttled
Because when he
Will
throttled a
Hughes?
man, did he do it twice?
Yeah.
I swear he's been sent off. He got sent off, and then when he came back, he immediately got sent off again.
I think so. Yeah. Yes, because he got sent off against Southampton. Because I was at the game, and he got sent off within like 5 minutes. He went through a bit of a phase of just getting sent off, didn't he?
Yeah, he people got in his way, and he took him down.
Yeah, he took him down. He
That's
knew
why
what-
he was in
he
my
knew-
team as well.
He knew what he had to do, but this is mainly because he throttled Will Hughes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm glad. Okay, I'm glad we're in agreement. So you've got Casemiro. Who's your?
I got Casemiro. So you say your next one.
I've gone. This one's the most obvious. Adama Traore.
I haven't gone for a Darwin
He's
Traore.
just big.
He's big. He's wide.
He would.
He's not tall.
No, but he would. I think he'd get under you. I think he'd get under you, and he would hit you somewhere, and it would hurt.
I think he's the perfect counter to Casemiro because Casemiro,
and you
slow
need
man, big
diversity
man.
in your team.
He's a slow big man. He wants to put his hands around your neck.
Mm-hmm.
Baby Adama,
Yeah.
he's going to slip right off. He's too quick for Casemiro.
Yeah, this is true.
So maybe that's a good counter.
But I also think, because I've also got Casemiro, them in the same team, they complement each other. You've got someone going for the neck while the other one's going for your legs.
Yeah.
And I think they're going to work really well with each
I don't
other.
think he's particularly nasty though, Adama.
Maybe
for
not.
a man of that strength and size, there's not like a massive comp of him bodying people. The only
No.
person he's got beef with is the smallest man in the Premier League.
This is true. He
The
does have
Sandro
beef with
Martinez.
Sandro Martinez. This is the thing, though. I think you'd struggle to catch him because he's always oiled up. So I think if you're trying to grapple him, you're never going to grapple him.
You don't need to catch him when you got Matt Sells throwing hands like it's
This
nothing.
is true. Who's your third then?
Okay, so my third is I picked him purely because I've seen him kick things more than just a ball.
Yeah.
It's Mateta,
Okay.
big man,
Yeah.
very big man.
Yeah.
Every goal, he kicks that corner flag. He's broken
does,
corner
he
flags.
does.
I want to say.
He does. Yeah.
Imagine that's Adama Traore's head.
Yeah.
Yeah, straight off.
Straight
He's
off.
gone.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
So
fair.
yeah, I've gone with Mateta.
Yeah. Fair enough. My third, I've gone with Mohamed Salah, simply because he's ripped. Also, when he had crazy hair, he looked a bit like a maniac. And then when
That's what you're basing it on.
and that's what, this is purely aesthetic based. Then when he shaved his head, it looked like he'd unleashed his inner.
He's become more of
He's
hit prison. He shaved all his hair off.
Yeah, he shaved his hair off and said, "No more Mr. Nice Mo."
Like Bronson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we've seen a darker side to Mo.
I think he's far too nice, Mohamed Salah.
This was the thing. I did think maybe he's a bit too nice.
It's like putting human son in there.
Yeah.
He's too nice.
Too nice. But also, he has been a bit, with the whole contract thing, obviously we know he's probably going to sign now.
Yeah.
He was kind of
You
a
think
dick
that
about
bit
it, wasn't he?
Bit of a nastier, maybe.
I think he seems
devious.
nice. Yeah, I think he seems nice. But under it, I think he could scrap at you if he really wanted it.
Yeah, fair enough.
And clearly very little loyalty if he's like going like, oh, let me talk to the news now so that Liverpool have to give me a new contract.
Yeah.
Like I think there's a dog in him.
For my fourth one,
I've
gone a bit tactical.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I've got big boys.
Yeah.
I need someone. I believe in certain terms they call them the bait.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
This is who people are going to go for.
Yeah.
I've gone with Garnacho.
You've gone with Alejandro.
Yeah. I don't anticipate he'll do much.
You think because you thought I obviously like Garnacho, but you've put in a wannabe bad guy, haven't you?
I put him in there because I think the likes of Casemiro, your Casemiro, hopefully not my Casemiro.
Yeah.
That's the way it could backfire.
They won't.
I'm
get
hoping
confused.
that's who they go for first. They want him gone, you know?
Yeah.
They're like, oh, Garnacho. And because of that distraction...
Youngest in your team?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mateta comes flying in. I was close to picking Phil Foden as well.
Oh,
Because
he
I
would've
think
been good,
he
mate.
has like a... You'd go for him.
Yeah, because he's got a punchable face.
Yeah, but no more than Garnacho.
No more than Garnacho, yeah, but they're the distraction so that the others can
they're like
rally
bait.
up. Yeah.
Adama Traore, what's the point in him being so quick and strong if he's just going to like relentlessly be beating Garnacho? He's going to be stood still.
Yeah, no. Yeah, that's a very... I see it. Could have been Phil Foden, but yeah, we'll go with Garnacho. This one's a bit more tactical as well, but in a more of an offensive manoeuvre. I'll go with Aaron Wan-Bissaka, because he's just going to kick at your legs.
Yeah.
He's just going to swipe at you and you're going to fall down, land on your head and break something.
Well, that's very ambitious.
Yeah, well, if he keeps doing it...
I think he'd kick someone like Casemiro.
And
Casemiro would just...
Yeah.
He'd just rip Aaron Wan-Bissaka's head off.
You know how in like Street Fighter and Tekken you've got certain characters who can only kick?
Yes.
He's one
Sweep
of them.
the legs.
Yeah, that's him.
He's dropping everyone,
he's dropping
running
you down
around, dropping people.
while Casemiro gets you on the floor and is throttling you.
I see.
Yeah. And then Adama Traore is beating them down, senseless or whatever. And then Mohamed Salah is shaving his head in the corner.
Looking intimidating.
Yeah.
He's like an anti-Garnacho.
Yeah.
You don't want to punch Mohamed Salah.
No, you don't.
Too nice.
Yeah. So Wan-Bissaka for me is the instigator. He's the guy going for your legs. He's getting you down so that we're at the advantage.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then final ones?
Final ones.
Who have you gone for?
I've gone with Richarlison because he looks like he could kill a man.
Yeah.
That's purely it. I just see something in his eyes.
I think he's the first fatality. I think like Garnacho's like losing his health, but Mateta's swung at Richarlison, like insta-killed him.
I think Richarlison would play dirty though.
I don't think he'd have time to.
I think he, without us knowing, he brings a knife into the ring. Like we've not stopped him, we've not checked, and he's got a knife in with him, and he's going for throats. I think Richarlison plays dirty in this fight.
I
think he lasts longer than you think.
My final one is I've gone with him because I think he's the biggest.
Yeah. Huh?
He's got this like, for lack of a better terminology, a gormless nature about him, like a soldier.
Oh my god!
You know, like
I know exactly where this is going.
I've gone with Tyrone Mings.
Oh, Tyrone Mings!
yeah.
I thought you were going to go with Joshua Zirkzee.
No.
Because he's big and
but I
gormless.
think Tyrone Mings would do what he's told and just go for you.
Just go with it like a soldier.
Yeah. No emotion across him.
Yeah.
You know, just...
Yeah, I respect that.
My coach has gone, go get him, and Tyrone's gone, yes, sir.
Speaking of coaches...
What are you gone for?
I've gone with Big Ange Postecoglou.
I've gone with Big Ange Postecoglou.
It had to be Big Ange Postecoglou, didn't it?
Yeah.
Imagine... Like
no back down mentality.
Yeah, he's the manager who's going to jump in the ring.
He doesn't believe in tactical retreat.
No, so he's just throwing everyone at each other. He decides, fuck it, I'm going to get in the ring. I'm going to beat my other Ange Postecoglou.
It's just like Garnacho left against one of your big boys, and Ange just saying like, Go for it.
Go for him,
Go
mate.
for him, mate.
Go for him, mate. Also, he just seems really angry.
Get him.
all the time.
Yeah, absolutely.
We could say it's because he's Australian, but I actually just think he's fed up.
He's got that growl in his voice,
Yeah.
doesn't he? Nasty. Yeah.
Yeah. Obviously, it would have been Daichi, but he's gone now.
Yeah, he's gone. He's
Yeah,
he's
it
not
had
current.
had to be Big Ange. So, how do we want to do this? We want to do this on a 1v1 basis?
I suggest we put our lists into ChatGPT
Oh, we're bringing AI in, guys.
because we need a neutral
Who's going to win this fight?
ground.
Okay, so Max is going to get up ChatGPT, and he's going to ask them who he thinks is
I've
going
asked
to win.
him, so who would win a fight between? And then would you just list your players again?
I will happily. We've got Casemiro, Adama Traore, Mohamed Salah, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Richarlison, and Ange Postecoglou as the main coach. I would like to say that Jamie Vardy very nearly got in this over Mo Salah, again for the corner flag,
Yeah,
when he
that's fair
broke
enough.
the corner flag. I think he'd also be a bit like your Garnacho in that he's a bit of the bait, but with a bit more of a bite to it.
Yeah, he probably would have been. He absolutely should have been in both of our teams.
Probably, yeah.
Thinking about it, but I've forgotten about him.
Yeah.
Versus who would win in a fight to the death between Casemiro, Traore, Salah, Wan-Bissaka, Richarlison with Ange as a coach. I'm not spelling Postecoglou.
Fair enough.
Versus Casemiro, Mateta, Mings, Garnacho, and who was my last? Matt Sells. Also
A
with
bit more Man United representation than I thought.
maybe I don't mind seeing them get hurt.
Maybe, yeah.
And as their coach, assume any duplicates are clones. Okay, so let's
Right.
see.
What is AI saying?
It's saying it's a chaotic hypothetical. It's rattling
Right, okay,
on.
sorry, ChatGPT.
It's broken down.
We asked you for an answer, not to be judgmental about us, about what we're giving
It's
you.
given you clone A
Okay.
for Casemiro and me clone B. It's
Okay.
given the team's strengths.
So I have original recipe Casemiro.
So strengths for Team A, which is Harry's team,
Okay.
is the explosiveness of Adama and Salah,
Yeah.
the combat tenacity of Casemiro and Richarlison. Don't know where it's got that from.
Where's it? Fair enough, Casemiro. Where's it got that for Richarlison?
And the evasion of Wan-Bissaka.
I would argue that Wan-Bissaka's the one with the combat because of his.
I don't know where they got any of them.
Yeah.
They're kind of like, it's half-assed mine.
Yeah.
It's got size is a strength of mine with Mings, Mateta, and Sells.
Yeah.
Physical durability, just in general. They could take a beating, apparently.
Sure.
And
Thanks,
air
ChatGPT.
superiority. Brackets, if this were a fight involving ladders.
No,
No, sadly.
it's more of a brawl, isn't it?
Both having the Ange factor
Yes.
of his Spartan energy.
It's Spartan. The Spartan energy of Ange Postecoglou. That's going to be the tagline for this podcast now.
Spartan mentality.
That's going to be the recurring.
Keep
thing.
going.
Keep going. Spartan mentality. Boys, what are we doing, mate?
Okay, so
Spartan mentality,
the
boys.
analysis of the fight. The edge and physicality is Team B,
Okay,
with Mings and Mateta
I respect that.
adding mass.
Yeah.
Edge and speed and agility is Team A, with Traore, Salah, and Wan-Bissaka.
Mm-hmm.
Edge and ruthlessness is Richarlison and Casemiro.
Obviously.
Are lethal psychos.
Mm-hmm.
Likely matchups. Casemiro will fight Casemiro.
I mean, it seems likely.
Adama will go against Mings.
Casemiro is the kind of guy to strangle his clone.
Mateta, but it's just which clone has bigger lungs.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Mateta versus Richarlison. Mateta is stronger, but Richarlison is deranged.
I said so, didn't I? He's going to kill someone.
And a Salah and Wan-Bissaka double team on Garnacho and Sells. Team A wins.
Team A wins.
Wow.
Deary me.
Don't know how I feel about that.
ChatGPT's ball knowledge is clearly up there. If it thinks that this 5v5 has won. What do I win?
Well, respects.
Well, respect, yeah.
You know ball. You channeled Ange's Spartan
I did.
factor.
Yeah. We need to bring the Spartan factor of Ange Postecoglou every week, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay, so that was our first 15 minutes discussing a very serious conversation about who won in a fight. My team won. So now,
I think it's ridiculous.
yeah, well, it's AI. AI knows everything, apparently. So what we're going to discuss now, very briefly, just on the topic, while it's quite topical at the moment, we're approaching our final 4 games of this Premier League season.
Yep.
So we're just going to discuss who we think is going to get those 5 Champions League spots. We're not going to discuss much, I think, about Liverpool or Arsenal, because locked in.
Well, Liverpool are locked in.
Liverpool
top.
have won, so they literally cannot
I
slip.
think, yeah, Arsenal going to finish in the top 5.
Arsenal would have to royally get this wrong.
Yeah. Let me just get up the Premier League table just so I can see the points.
Arsenal are currently on 67. Behind them, Newcastle 62. City in 4th with 61. Chelsea with 60 in 5th. Forest with 60 in 6th. But they have a game in hand on the teams above. And then in 7th is Villa at 57. Anyone below that's probably not going to get in.
Yeah.
So let's start with Newcastle because they're currently in 3rd. They're the highest of the teams that we're...
Yep. So
discussing.
Newcastle, good run of form recently,
Yeah.
62 points. They have Brighton away, Chelsea at home, Arsenal away, and Everton at home.
Do you know what? I think they get a point against you and they beat Chelsea.
Well, they've beaten us every game this season, so I think And will Arsenal care?
Well, yeah. If you've already locked in top 4, if you get
they're
through,
still in the Champions League.
if you beat PSG in the second leg, if you get to the final, you're not going to give a shit.
No, I don't think they'll care. I think they beat Arsenal at the Emirates. I think Brighton away, but Newcastle are quite inconsistent as well, aren't they?
I think Brighton away is weirdly the toughest one for them. I think that just weirdly seems like a game that they could just weirdly get it wrong.
Yeah.
Say Isak just doesn't score that game. Like,
Yeah, Chelsea at home as well. They should beat Chelsea.
they
I
should
don't
beat
see Chelsea
I
beating.
do not see Chelsea beating Newcastle,
And then Everton at home.
which they will win.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they'll win that.
I would
so
say-
how many points are we saying that is then? So we're saying they're getting
So they beat-
0,
they-
3. I reckon 3. I could think they could end strong. I think they could win
Yeah.
those final 3 games.
I reckon they get 9 more.
9 more.
Okay. Yeah. Well then, if they end on 71 points, easy top 5. I think easy top 5.
Yeah.
Um.
Newcastle with 9 points in the
So
remaining
yeah, Max
4.
is gonna note down what points we think they're gonna get, and then we're gonna put our final table together.
Yep. Forest.
Assuming, I think we're gonna just
Oh,
assume it will
sorry.
be Liverpool and Arsenal first and second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or, well, not even Arsenal second necessarily, just in that top
yeah,
5.
Yeah. After that is City.
Yes. So 61 points.
Oh, this is weird, you know.
Rodri's just coming back.
I think they get it, but I think they just get it.
I think they get it. I think they get it.
I think they
comfortably.
finish 5th.
Their final 4 games is Wolves at home, Southampton away, Bournemouth at home, and Fulham away.
It's 4 wins, isn't it?
It's
Bournemouth-
at least it's
Bournemouth?
like 3 wins, 1 draw.
They might
isn't
draw
it?
to Bournemouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think they just have a mentality of let's win. They're in incredible form at the moment, City.
Yep.
I think they just win. They win most
They
of them.
also might as well. Do you know what I mean? They've got a cup final against Palace. So they're not gonna. It's not like they need to rev up because they're going up against Liverpool.
Yeah, I'm going to say City 10 points
I
out of
think
those
that's
final
fair.
4.
Yeah.
Maybe they get a draw against Bournemouth or something like that.
I think if they drop any points, it's Bournemouth.
Fulham tend to give them a tough game.
Yeah.
But they tend to always beat them still, though.
Yeah, I think they're not. I don't think Fulham are getting anything from that. Chelsea, I don't think they will.
60 points.
Who have they got next?
Liverpool at home.
Lost.
Liverpool have just won the league.
I know, but Liverpool also have nothing else. To play
Yeah.
for. So it's not like they're resting Salah for the Champions League final or the FA Cup
Yeah,
final.
that's true.
They
nothing else to
they
play
might
for.
as well just win all of them and get because if they win the next 4,
Yeah.
how many points is that? That's 94 points at the end of the season.
Yeah, and then,
And that's an incredible run, actually, isn't it? If you finish the season with 94 points, you might as well try and finish the season with 94 points.
yeah,
Because the current criticism of this Liverpool title win is that there's not been much competition.
which there hasn't been.
Which
they can
there
win it
hasn't
on,
been.
They can win it on 82.
They
so-
can, and they can win it on 82. But if they win it on 94, suddenly it becomes less of an argument.
Yeah,
So they might do it for pride.
I agree.
So I think
the league's more a lot more competitive. than it
yeah.
has
So
been.
Liverpool will beat Chelsea.
Yeah.
Then they've got Newcastle, which we said Newcastle would probably win. United. God
I think
knows.
Chelsea beat United
I-
at Stamford Bridge,
Yeah, probably.
especially if United get to that Europa League final.
Yeah, if United have given, which we've given up on the league. Not really much. There's more for Chelsea to play for than United there, isn't there?
And then Forest away. I think Forest win.
Forest will win that. Yeah.
I could see them getting a like. I know we said I don't see them beating Newcastle. I could see them getting a draw against Newcastle. Forest, like.
Well, Forest.
But we also just see them losing.
Forest did, lose to Everton a couple of weeks back.
Yeah, but that's because Everton and Forest play similar football.
Yeah, and prior to that, then lost to Villa. Like they are a good side, but they do. We'll talk more about Forest in a sec, but they are inconsistent sometimes.
But for Chelsea, so through those games, I'm saying loss against Liverpool,
6 points.
loss against Newcastle. They'll beat United.
They will beat United,
Especially if they lose those two. They'll beat United.
You got 4 points. 'Cause I think at most they get a point against Forest.
We'll give them 4.
Yeah,
but
we'll give them 4.
Probably should be 3.
Yeah, we're being generous.
Yeah.
To Chelsea.
Chelsea, 4.
Chelsea, the 4. Then we have Forest. I think Forest are more likely to get it to Chelsea because Forest have 5 games left. They have the extra game. They win that extra game, they jump all the way up to 3rd.
Technical difficulties. Can't use Excel. There we go. Sorry.
There we go. Yeah, Forest, they have 5 games left. So they're already at some kind of advantage there.
Yeah, Brentford at home.
Easy win, I think.
Brentford haven't been in the best of form recently. Yeah, who's next? Palace away. Leicester at home.
Palace away seems a bit hard, but...
Yeah. Yeah. Leicester at home, they'll beat Leicester.
Easy.
West Ham away, I think they'll beat West
Easy.
Ham. And then Chelsea at home, which then could be a draw. If not, probably a Forest win.
Yeah, we'll say it's a draw because we said it was a draw for Chelsea.
Yeah, but I think they beat Brentford.
Yeah, huh?
Palace is probably the game I'm most...
It's the most like, you could drop a point here.
Yeah,
Palace
could
away
win.
always seems a bit tough. But then they could all,
But Palace are in terrible form as well.
Yeah.
I know they drew against Arsenal, but...
But Palace are like that, aren't they? They're the most mid-table team, aren't they?
Yeah, currently 12th.
Because they're always in 12th.
I'll say a Forest win. I feel like it'd be harsh to say not.
Yeah. So what are we saying?
I think win against Brentford, win against Palace, win against Leicester, win against West Ham, draw against Chelsea. So
they've got to. I think
3,
they're
6,
5
9,
games.
12.
I think there's got to be a loss in one of those.
Should we say a loss to Palace? Then?
Yeah, I don't see them not losing for 5 games.
That's fair enough. Yeah, so then 3, 6, 9,
do get
10 points.
Yeah, 10 points because they do get the odd loss. Like they did lose to Everton, they did lose to Villa.
Okay.
Then the final team we're going to discuss is Villa.
Yeah, Villa.
I don't think they're going to get it.
I think they've got the most difficult.
They've got a really
They're
tough run, don't they?
fifth. They're on 57, so they've got the points disadvantage.
Yep.
They are probably the hardest. With Fulham at home, Bournemouth away, Tottenham at home, Man United away.
Well,
I know.
in theory, that
I know
should be
2
tough.
of them are.
Yeah, 2 of them they're going to beat. They're going to beat United and Tottenham.
Yeah.
I could see Tottenham getting a point.
I can see Tottenham squirming something,
Yeah.
or I can see Man United squirming something. If Man United have just lost to Chelsea, I could see them. I don't think. Do they lose to Chelsea and Villa on the bounce? Probably.
Yeah, probably.
If there's a record on the line for Man United have never lost their final 3 games, then they'll do it.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I think Villa is a really long shot to get. I think they have to win everything. Really.
I don't personally think they do it.
I don't think they're going to do it. I think let's see what their games are then. So it's
Fulham at home.
They beat Fulham. I think they beat Fulham. I know Fulham.
Fulham.
I know Fulham are just below them, but I think they beat Fulham.
I think Bournemouth's a difficult game.
Draw. I think,
especially with Emery, because I think when it comes to Emery, sometimes his teams choke a little bit when it matters, especially from time at Arsenal. They could have beaten PSG in that Champions League second leg.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be shocked if it's a point, and then then they're not really playing for much.
Yeah, and then it fizzles out.
Yeah.
Tottenham, I think, will get a point. They'll just shithouse something.
Yeah, and then they beat Man United.
And then they beat United on the final day.
Yeah, Old Trafford as well, is it? Yeah, they'll beat United.
Yep.
So 3 points.
Especially if United are in that Europa League final and have other things to play for.
So 5 points with Villa.
If we're starting Cheetah, will be Martin up front. And
Aston Villa with 5. And so that just leaves So that would put Newcastle on to 71 points.
Mm-hmm.
City also go on to 71 points. Chelsea, they go on to 64 points.
And currently Newcastle and City have the same goal difference. No, City's is slightly higher.
Yeah, City have 2 above.
Yeah.
Forest will go on to 70 points. And then we have Villa on to 62.
So we are saying it's going to be Liverpool, Arsenal, followed by one of Newcastle or City.
Yep.
I think Newcastle.
I think City.
Really think City?
I think
third?
Rodri's coming back. Haaland's coming back. They're just... And it's City.
Yeah. I'm just thinking, I know it's City, but is there going to be like clicking time?
De Bruyne, Song, Swan Song.
Song, yeah. Maybe.
Though
Okay.
I suppose the Swan Song will be him winning the champion... No, the FA Cup.
FA Cup, yeah. It will be one of Newcastle or City. Then we're saying Forest, Chelsea, Villa. Was that it?
Yep.
Yeah, Forest, Chelsea, Villa.
So...
I think that sounds about right, to be fair. I don't think that's horrific. It's weird that Forest are going to be in there, but we've been saying that since day dot, haven't we?
So, yeah, so that... Oh, wait. So Chelsea wouldn't make it then, would they?
Chelsea would finish 6th.
Yep.
Meaning Chelsea get Europa League football.
That's not the order, but... That's...
I think that seems right.
Is that good enough for Chelsea?
No.
Will players start knocking on doors?
Which players are we talking about?
I'm talking about the likes of...
Are you talking about your Cole Palmers? Are you talking about...
I think Cole Palmer would stay, funnily enough.
I think
I'm
Cole Palmer does
thinking-
one more. I think if you don't get Champions League football next year, I think Cole Palmer's like...
But then,
one
I think,
on.
yeah, Cole Palmer. But then I think
Cole
the other
Palmer
ones,
is too good to not be in the Champions League.
Then I think with the other ones, well, he's in a bit of poor form at the moment, Cole Palmer.
Yeah, but the whole Chelsea team is.
Yeah. The other ones aren't good enough to...
Yeah.
Caicedo, but
Yeah.
he's not going anywhere.
No, yeah, because this is the thing. Everyone's on such big contracts that even if they're like, oh, yeah, I want to go, you're not going anywhere.
I wonder if apathy starts to reach that squad, though, of like the good players
Do you think it already has?
maybe like the likes of Palmer and Caicedo, they start to think to themselves, "Oh, well, I'm doing all this effort, and I've got Raheem back. Raheem's going to be back.
Raheem's going to be back.
Jaden might still be there.
Jaden might still be there, or he'll be in a United shirt again.
Yeah.
To be honest, thing with Cole Palmer.
But actually, sorry, just to finish that point,
Yeah.
apathy wouldn't reach it because Chelsea will just go. They'll sign, I don't like complete speculation, no clue, but they'll sign Gyökeres. They'll sign some
people of this caliber.
Bastoni. They'll sign they'll just sign some of the best players in the world.
Yeah.
And it will just kind of like pump up the performing players again.
But will it though? Because
I think it would. I think if Cole Palmer knew a big striker was coming in, he'd
do you
go,
think they're going to do that though, or do you just think they're going to go on another like teenager spending spree?
maybe?
Because the thing about Chelsea is I genuinely don't think they know what they're doing. And they bought every person who could possibly play in a front three. And it kind of started out working and then has clearly proved that it doesn't work. And I just think they're gonna run with some stupid tactic again next season and it just won't work.
Yeah, yeah. Well, they're going to get Garnacho, aren't they?
They're gonna get Ghana, apparently. I don't know.
loser in if it was a Royal Rumble, sadly.
Thing is, right. I think Garnacho flops at Chelsea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because out of all, Madueke was meant to be good. Like
Yeah,
he was
meant to be the
promising.
shit, yeah.
I could see them signing Bino Gittins from Dortmund and him also flopping.
Yeah. I think what Chelsea are going to do is, like I just said, they're going to do some weird transfer tactic. The team just won't gel because it doesn't work.
Yep.
I think Enzo Maresca will be there next season
So do I.
because it's a better finish than Potter. It's a better finish than Lampard. It's a better finish than Poch. You've got them European football for the first time in, 2 years?
Well, they're in conference.
Yeah.
They are in European
They
football.
are. Well, yeah, no, sorry, they are in European football. But I don't know. It feels... Maybe I don't know. This is the thing. I don't think Enzo Maresca's a good manager. I'll be completely honest. With Poch, it made sense to hire him.
Yeah.
With Potter, it made sense to hire him.
Well, Maresca's just like he's a Pep disciple,
well,
isn't he?
he got Leicester promoted. And he once worked under Pep. And I don't know.
In Maresca's defence, Leicester are crap.
They are crap, but they were the best team in the Championship.
Yeah,
by a mile.
By a mile.
And he nearly bottled it towards the end. Like they went on a no winning streak for a little while there at the end of their Championship season. I don't think he's a top 6 manager.
I don't know. At the beginning of this season, Chelsea looked good. People were saying they were in the league hunt. They were...
But they never were they? Like I know they started out well, but I don't think they started out well because of Enzo Maresca. I think they started out well because they had every front attacking option, and one combination of those front three had to work.
Yeah.
But we're now seeing, at the latter end, it's just not working.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know.
So
There's a lot longer conversation you have about Chelsea, really. Isn't there?
I think, final word on it, I think he will stay next year. I don't think he'll be like Poch where he walks away immediately, but I think he gets sacked next season.
I don't know who they replace him with, but yes, fair enough.
But I don't think we knew who they'd replace him with when Poch went. I don't think anyone went, oh, Enzo Maresca, the Leicester guy. So I don't know. I don't think anyone knows what's going on at Chelsea.
Yeah. But yeah, so
that's our top 5 or top 7 finished. Those are our European spots.
Yeah.
So Chelsea get Europa and Villa get Conference.
Yeah, and Villa could win the conference. They should win the
Villa
conference.
should win the conference. If Villa don't win the conference,
it'll be dodgy.
Yeah.
I think Villa will be exciting. I think they're gonna have a big summer because they've got a lot of money.
Yeah.
And I think, I don't think they keep Rashford.
No, I think he comes back to us, and I think we sell him.
Yeah.
And I think we sell him outside the Prem.
AC Milan, someone like
Milan,
that.
Dortmund, that kind of calibre. Well, thank you. That was episode 2. A bit shorter than the last one. We did waffle on a little bit in the last one, but
one of us waffled on, and the other one spoke ball.
We'll work out who's who. Thank you for listening. Join us next time.
Yeah, thank you.
With more Royal Rumbles.
more Royal Rumbles.
And more Spartan mentality.
More Ange impressions.
More Ange Spartan mentality. Bye-bye.
Bye.